Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the SU-8, it's the Tier 6 Soviet SPG located on the south spawn of Ghost Town. This one is under the command of graldebarantauro. It's actually graldebarantauro. Game on! Graldebarantauro. It's actually Aldebaran, which is a star, and it's in the Toro constellation, if I remember correctly. Yes. So, 152mm howitzer mounted on top of a chassis that would have belonged to a T-28. Only they stopped producing them before they got to making Arty. In fact, they never made any SU-8s at all. But it's a nice thought that they can actually put a 152mm howitzer on it without it falling apart. It probably would have shook very, very violently when it fired, because of course there's a hell of a lot of recoil in a 152mm howitzer. The SU-8's, the SU-28, or the T-28 rather I should say, is actually a fairly light vehicle. It's not that heavy. This thing, fully loaded, is 24.5 tons, so it hasn't got much in the way of weight or sturdiness. So, yes. The 152mm, by the way, is actually capable of doing 550 alpha, 38mm of pen with a 6.7 meter burst radius and 6.6 to 11 seconds on the stun, and he gets a nice hit with his first one on the T-3485. Now, it's been the go-to Arty ever since Wargaming nerfed the M44, because it's now become the fastest Arty at Tier 6. And again, touches the T103. The book reload is 19.65. You can see here that graldebarantauro has actually got it down to 17.01. Oh, that guy just took a hit and he's stunned, which means if this shot hits him while he's still stunned, yes, it does. Which means the other Arty on our team, which happens to be a Hummel, has just benefited from some stun assist, which he'll be very happy to receive. Now, we can't get a shot on that T103, but we might be able to splash this guy. If it's worth it, go for it. Unfortunately, the shell's just a little too far to actually get a shot. But look at this. We've got an AMX M449 who's decided to go down into that dip, which is a very bad move. Because from this position, graldebarantauro should be able to launch a shell down into that dip and get hits on him. Now, the T-28, by the way, they actually made quite a lot of them. They had 503 of them, I think, manufactured, but 200 of those were knocked out by Finland during the Winter War. In fact, not all of them were knocked out. I think that's an exaggeration, because I think what actually happened is that a lot of them were stolen by the Finns. They go in there in the middle of the night whilst the Russians were out supposed to be guarding their tanks, and they literally pinch them. They get in and drive them off. In fact, I do recall a story of one tank regiment who one night lost half of their tanks overnight. They were just literally driven away by the Finnish soldiers. And the very next night they came back and did it again. And this time round they took the half that they didn't get the first time. So you'd think that the Russians would have learned their lesson and put extra guards out. But nope, they didn't. And as a result, they lost the second set of tanks. They also lost their commanding officer. Well, they didn't lose him to the Finns. They lost him to the NKVD, because what happened is that they executed him for not for treason, but for malpractice. Whereas he was swiftly executed to teach the others a lesson not to lose their tanks. Now, there are still some T-28s around. 2 of them are in Finland, funnily enough. Yes, the Finns did keep better care of them, and they held on to them. And there's one, I believe, in Russia still. I think it's at Kubinka. Oh, rounds out. Can he get both? Yes, he does! I thought for a second he might be on for a bombardier if he landed it right, but he actually damaged both of them. The T-34 took the brunt of it, 243 hit points. And the Super Hellcat, who was just passing, picked up another 158 of splash, rounds out in the A44. Bit short, but it was a bit of it was a reach for him to get that. This is very good because he's maximizing the use of his shells. The thing is though, he is actually burning through them quite quickly. And this is the other thing about the SU-8, which is not so great. You don't get many rounds, only 26 in total. And it's easy to use up all of those rounds in a battle. You know, there are some Arty that really do need more ammunition. This is also a bit of a risk what he's doing here, because there might be an enemy tank just around the corner. And when he starts seeing Tracer coming out from behind the ship, he's gonna think, oh, I'll go and have a look and see if there's somebody there. We do have a Super Chaffee nearby, so if the guy did move, he'd probably get spotted by the Super Chaffee and give us a chance to move out. And we do have an IS-22 who's also within shooting distance, so if that guy does move, he's probably going to get spotted. In fact, he may have pulled out altogether. So he's firing up onto the hill now. There's normally somebody up there. I actually got a funny comment today, actually. They said, that was a really great battle, but can we have the battle without any of that horrible commentary? I thought, oh, well, I appreciate that. Yes, you can get videos without any commentary, without any music at all. They're on our alternate channel. Yes, we do them for the sense of actually enjoying the game without any commentary. I thought originally that I would do most of our videos without commentary at all. In fact, I think the first couple of hundred videos on our channel have no commentary whatsoever. And I was banging out about 20 to 30 videos a day when I was doing that. Of course, that's changed now. Well, he's got one round of HE stun left, and oh, dearie me, the guy is still there. Well, at least he's done a spotting job. Unfortunately, he also got spotted by the enemy Arty as well, and now he's taken some damage. Oh, yes, so probably not a great idea, but at least the AMX M445 is not moving, and he is taking damage, so he did get spotting off that one. And he's now departing the area before he gets nailed in the rear. Now, I think there's an important lesson there, is that look at the minimap and see, does it show an enemy tank? And is that enemy tank still there? He hasn't been spotted for a while. In fact, actually, he is still there. Now, he is dialing in on that position. We do know there's an enemy tank, and looks like the Hummel just hit him, and we just got him as well. So that T-103 just took 2 Arty rounds. He's going to be very, very annoyed at this moment. And the Hummel's going to be very happy because he just got some more stun assist of our shells. And that's the last of the stun shells. Now we're on to the non-stun HE. Yes, the good news is that we do have some of that. And he's sitting behind this wreck for cover. Nobody's gone over to try and wipe that AMX M445 off yet. Let's see him wipe him out. Okay, there is an A44 there. And we've planted the shell in. Another tip, actually, that I normally say is if the enemy is spotted and you see them and then they suddenly disappear, mark the spot where he was last seen, because that can actually help you later on if you fire at the same position. Rounds out, long flight time. Unfortunately, managed to get past. Sometimes, just recently, I've been trying to mark the ground and it's not working. It's not happening at all. Kind of annoying when it does happen that way. Are we going back down to see if he's still there? I think he might still be, actually. If we do spot him, though, the Dickomax is in a position now where he can actually protect us. Everybody's closing in on the hill, except for those who are going for the northwest corner. Oh, there's targets. And go for the Hellcat. He's dialing in as fast as he can. The SU-8 does dial in very quickly because it's got a very narrow arc of fire. It's only 17 degrees in total. Well, the AMX M445 has been seen again, but he's now at the other end near the ship and he's gone. That's good. That means now we can take up this position and fire north at this T-34 2G FT. In fact, there's very few enemy left. That was a premium round. I think that was the armor piercing round, not a premium. Yes, because it made no sound when it hit the ground. There we go. We are on the premium AP. Okay, let it dial in. Let it dial in. Settle. Rounds out. Looks good. Yes! Excellent! 426 from a penetrating round. That is a good one. And the Super Chatty will be happy about that because he can finish that guy off now with one shot. He's got the 76mm gun, which has got 110 alpha at least. I think it's actually slightly more. And that guy's gone, which means now there's only one enemy remaining, the Hummel, and I think he's down the dip. In fact, there he is. Yes, he is in the dip. He's just coming out a bit. Rounds out. Oh, God, that was a penetrating shot too. And he got the kill right at the end for 2 kills. Well, that was an excellent game by graldebarantauro. He didn't get a lot of... in the case of rewards, but it was a good game. Second class tanker out of it. He got a Bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In fact, he got 7, and his win 8 was 3,987, which is super unicum standard. Let's have a look at the team score and see why he missed out on getting anything extra. Well, he did actually get the highest damage in the game, but it was below 20% of the enemy hit pool, and that's why he only ended up with 2,183 hit points and no high caliber. Second highest damage went to the T-103 on the enemy team, 2,126. And the third highest damage, well, that went to the IS-2M on his team with 1,839. When it came to kills, the Super Hellcat managed to get 3, but so did the T-103 on the enemy team. 2 kills went to the SU-8, which is graldebarantauro, and the VK3002D and the IS-22. Nobody on the enemy team managed to get 2 kills, and there's a whole bunch of people with 1 kill each. When it came to base XP, he's actually in 5th place. Top scorer was the Super Hellcat with 888, or Act as the Germans would call it. 844 to the IS-2M, 840 to the Hummel, who actually did benefit from quite a bit stun assist off that one, I think. In fact, we can look that up and see. Yes, he did. Look, 1033 stun assist, and a lot of that stun assist came from graldebarantauro's rounds hitting the enemy tank just after the Hummel had got his shot on target. So well done to him. And the third highest, he was the third highest with 840, and we can see here that graldebarantauro managed to get 804. So he wasn't much behind, wasn't far behind the top scorer on base XP. He fired 23 rounds, so he only had 3 rounds left. He was on to the armor piercing because he didn't have anything else, but he made excellent use of that armor piercing because he did get very accurate shots that hit the target. 23 shots fired, 7 direct hits, 2 penetrations. I think we know which ones he penetrated for sure. One of them was the Hummel, which was a penetrating shot. Yes, 228 hit points went right through him. And the other one was the T-34 2G FT, 426 hit points with that penetrating shot. Very well done indeed. He also got 11 splashes, 2,183 hit points, all of it at more than 300 meters. Damaged 6 of the enemy, killed 2, so missed out on a Confederate by 4. And he, was it not 4, no, by 2. 170 hit points of stun assist, or damage assist, and no stun assist at all, but he did get 6 stuns in the game. Just nobody hit the tank whilst he was stunning them. On a free-to-play account, he actually made a profit of 5,267 credits, And he took away 804 base XP out of that one as well. So what a great game that was. That really was. And right at the end, to have armor piercing and get the pens, it kind of tempts you to put a few armor piercing rounds in there just in case some of the tanks you're up against are very, very lightly armored, and see how much damage you can do with an accurate armor piercing round. Hope you enjoyed that replay. If you did, please give this video a like, do subscribe to our channel, leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm, and thank you for watching.